The Firearms Radio Network provides the bandwidth for this edition of the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Podcast.
Welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 433. This show is brought to you by Primary Arms and VZ Grips. I'm Chad Wallace, and in this show we'll be discussing an upper review, race guns, 22 stocks, QD adapters, and more. We showcase guns, gear, and anything else you, as a gun enthusiast, may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. With me tonight are pretty much your always faithful co-hosts, Tony and Rob. And since Zane is officially dead, he officially told me he was going to be here, and as you can tell, he's not here. So I'm pretty sure that the Florida heat killed him. So, Primary Arms is our sponsor tonight, and Primary Arms seeks to provide you the best shopping experience for everything firearms. With over 13,000 products from your favorite brands, Primary Arms carries a complete selection of rifles, handguns, firearm parts, and shooting gear, and uppers, which we'll talk about later. Every order comes with a commitment to superior service, fast shipping, and an expert support team. Our Primary Arms products of the week this week is the Lancer Alien Green AR mags. I had to put these in here just because they're cool. That's the only reason. They're like $20 or something, but they're Lancer mags, so you get the best of both worlds. You can sign up for the Primary Arms newsletter and more by going to frn.deal/PA. And if you use the code FRNKIT, it gets you a Primary Arms gun cleaning kit with the purchase of one of their Primary Arms optics. So, I'll get to what we did in firearms, and I'll start this time because I didn't do anything but write a review. So, Rob.
No, you're one up on me. I don't do jack diddly squat.
Okay. So Tony, I know Tony did something. He's muted, so who knows if he's
Tony,
good.
you're muted.
Can I unmute him? Nope.
The technology thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, this technology stuff really screwed him up. Well, I guess who knows what he's doing.
This is the reason why we can't put electronic locks on guns.
That's right. Tony can't figure him out. Tony, you're unmuted.
Okay, cool. What did I do in guns this week? Well, we had a diversity shoot, which was great, at the Heritage Guild in Easton, PA. And my guys came through with some awesome stuff. So, of course, we had AR-15 with the FRT trigger from Rare Breed. And I did a mag dump with that full semi-auto. It was awesome. We also broke out the Uzi, and I changed it up a bit. And I'm like, hey, if you want a full automatic Uzi, you're going to have to pay for the ammo. So the range was happy about that because a lot of the attendees were totally willing to pay for the ammo. So they did. And they got to run the Uzi. And then I had a chance to shoot the Staccato F with the whose red dot did it have? Fudge Knuckles. Anyway, I got a picture of it. I can't think of it. With the red dot. They put a fresh target out. We took it out to 15 yards. It was one of those targets that has like 5 targets on them. The one in the center is like a 2-inch red bullseye. And trying to get to figure out the trigger. So one round was to the left of the target. The next round was to the right of the target. And then I just grouped everything into like a 2-inch circle. Like I just started, boom, all right, hit the bullseye. And then I just started like seeing how fast I could shoot before I pulled off a target. And it just wouldn't. It just would not. I'm like, okay, I see what all the fuss is about. It's a 1911 with a great trigger. And then it's just built for running. It was a competition gun. So that was really cool. So the very next gun I picked up was the SIG Max Michel edition of the P320. I don't know if you guys seen that or shot those yet or no.
I don't think I've shot one, but I've seen it. Or seen pictures.
So I synced it. This one, I synced it. So this guy had it set up with an armor core. I forgot the name of the aftermarket P320 trigger, something Armory, I think it is. You can probably Google it and find it with that messed up information I just gave. But it had an optic on it also. So this particular bullseye was aimed at his 1-inch target at 15 yards. Exhale, as I'm bringing it on the target, dude, the trigger had 0 play. He'd adjusted to have no play. Center punched it. Center punched the bullseye on a 1-inch target at 15 yards and then just grouped everything around it. Like pretty much one-holed it. Those guns were friggin' amazing. And one of my other guys had a Max Michel edition SIG 1911 in 40.
40?
That thing was a lot of fun. Yeah, in 40. It's a competition gun. I mean, it's really cool. Look it up if you want to see it. Really cool slide, really cool everything. I almost purchased one myself. If it wasn't for Jersey's stupid gun laws, I would have had one 3 years ago. But I didn't have a pistol purchase permit at the time. So I shot some really cool handguns. Really appreciated everyone that came out to the Heritage Guild. Oh, and I got to fire the Canic Rifle. One of the guys had the brand new Canic Rifle. MSRP is like $679.
Is that one of the AR ones?
It's the Canic Rifle is one of the ones that were built for competition. It's the last one that came after the Meme or Mimi or whatever the heck you call that.
Okay.
It was straight built for competition, and it has everything in the box for you to do it. And depends on which one you bought. It even includes the red dot itself. So he had that. I got to run it. And now you got to think about what I was shooting, right? I mean, I had a Staccato, a Max Michel 1911, and a Max Michel version of the P320. So all these are top of the line guns that cost 2 to 4 times as much as this Canic Rifle. They were not quite to 4 times the gun of the Canic Rifle. All of it was punching in the same area, but of course, you know, there's differences feel and fit and finish, but the thing was beautiful, bro. It looked really good, and it was fun to shoot. It was a lot of fun to shoot, especially when you consider that this thing cost around $600, and even on sale used, the Max Michel 1911 was $800. So I think it's a great thing. I think you can't go wrong with it because I've followed a whole bunch of people online and in person that have been running these. And this kid, he picked this up 2 months ago, and he's let like everybody shoot it. And I'm totally not disappointed in it. So those are the things I shot this week at the Diversity Shoot. You too can shoot these awesome guns at the Diversity Shoot when you show up.
Woohoo! That's a little bit of a jog for me, but you know, hey, that's pretty cool.
No, I'm just saying that this because a lot of people are like, oh, well, the Diversity Shoot, I'm not a new shooter.
So,
hey, bro, so did you hear the list of freaking guns I just said? I'm like, you can't beat it for $20 to come out to the event, shoot these guns, eat some pizza, have some fun, and have a chance to win some prizes.
I got a job for you though, Tony.
What's up, man?
Find out whose trigger that was in that, or trigger kit or whatever in the 320.
Well, give me one.
In the 320.
Give me 1 second.
Well,
I have the page up right now.
I'll tell you. Okay. I'm okay. Time's up. I'll tell you what. I'll go into the announcements and then we'll get back to you. Yep. So Bandwidth sponsors our buddies over at Patriot Patch Co. Don't forget the patch of the month. You too can get your Snapple cocktails. Oh wait, that was last week. Patches, but yeah, they make cool stuff with the patch of the month. Bunches of other stuff over there. So you definitely need to go check out the Patriot Patch Co. We have t-shirts available of ours on the FRN site. We also have a bunch of discount codes and affiliates for like Gun Guys Garage and Brownells and Walker Defense, LA Police Gear, Adable Optics, 511, PowerTac Lights, and JSD Supply that now they're back up running. So you can go check those out anytime you like, and we appreciate the few extra cents and dollars that you guys give us by using those. And Tony, did you find it?
Yeah, it's Armorcraft. Armorcraft.com. Armorycraft.com.
Armorycraft. Okay. Well, thank you.
So you can adjust the trigger pull. It comes in 3 different colors: gray, red, and black. Armorcraft. It replaces the trigger on the SIG P320 Legion.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for that. And Rob's here, so
I am.
We'll make him actually do something today.
Oh, hey, quick thing.
Oh, okay.
It's $89.
Oh, okay. It's not,
which is probably about 5 rounds to 9mm nowadays.
That's $88.05 more than Tony will pay for it. Okay, Rob, take it away.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual co-hosts and do not reflect the official policy or position of the Firearms Radio Network and/or their employers. This is not legal advice, nor should it be considered as such. Viewer discretion is advised. This is especially true on live shows. And now, for the main topic, Chad's going to talk about the Expo Arms upper receiver.
Yes, this is an official review for all you folks out there that want to know about it. So it is the Expo Arms Patrol Series AR upper. This is a 16-inch. Expo Arms has recently got into the AR-15 market. They have a few options for pistols, SBRs, standard AR configurations in the uppers. This particular one is their Patrol Series, 16-inch barrel, A2 flash hider, nothing fancy. And if you didn't know, Expo Arms is the in-house brand for Primary Arms, so it is sold exclusively through Primary Arms. They did send this. We are very grateful for that. So it's still an honest review, but they did send it out, not really for review, but just for promotion. And I figured, well, I'd do a review on it because I like it. The Expo Arms Patrol Series is your everyday AR-15 barreled upper receiver. They do not come with a bolt carrier group or charging handle. However, when you order one at Primary Arms, they give you a drop-down menu for discounted add-ons, such as the bolt carrier group. So you can get a discount on stuff like that when you buy the upper, which is a good deal. The Patrol Series comes with a bunch of pretty much normal specs: 5.56 chamber, 1-7 twist, 4150 chromoly vanadium barrel, mid-length gas system, the A2 flash hider. It does have a T-marked upper receiver, and it comes with a 15-inch M-LOK handguard. And as we all know, barrels are the important part of any AR system. On 16-inch barrels like the one in this upper, I like mid-length gas systems. They're smoother feeling, put less wear on components over a carbine length. So that's what this has, which is nice. Being that the barrel's salt bath nitrided, it'll give you a good lifespan, keep corrosion away depending on where you live. Expo Arms puts a SOCOM profile on the barrel. I do like the profile. It gives strength and consistency, but it's not super heavy. Of course, the muzzle's threaded half 28 and has the A2 flash hider on it. This barrel and upper consistently shoots 1 MOA or less for me with 69 grain match rounds, just off the shelf match rounds. There is a picture of a .754 inch group that I shot with it, 5-shot group at 100 yards. So thought I'd throw that in there for you. Expo Arms uses their own T-marked upper receiver. It is standard forged version made from 7075 T6 aluminum. Has a round style forward assist, standard mil-spec port door. The whole upper is nicely machined and anodized. To cover the barrel, of course, and give you something to hold on to is the 15-inch M-LOK handguard. This is also an Expo Arms handguard. It's very nice, useful, no frills handguard. It runs a full top rail that's not sharp like some are, so they at least deburred it a little bit. Along other portions of the handguard are M-LOK slots. M-LOK slots on this particular one are 45 degrees around the handguard, not just your standard 90 degrees like a lot of them are. It is a clamp-on style handguard, but it does have anti-rotation tabs to keep it from rotating. I've never had a problem with these style handguards rotating on me, but the tabs are a nice addition. I really did like the Expo Arms handguard they put on, and in fact, I'd even consider it as a standalone item if you're just looking for a handguard. So if you're looking for a good quality AR upper, the Expo Arms Patrol Series might just be it. It has a lot of nice features for the price. In fact, I'm still amazed at the 3/4 inch group I shot with it. Definitely check out the Expo Arms series of stuff at Primary Arms. So we'll get into the Firearms Insider Review 8 key points. Claim to fame, quality 5.56 AR upper at a fair price. So pretty much target markets anybody wanting a 16-inch AR upper. Features and benefits of the product. 7075 T6 forged aluminum mil-spec upper, the 5.56 NATO chamber, T-marks, 16-inch nitrided barrel, SOCOM barrel contour, the mid-length gas system, 1-7 twist, the 15-inch Patrol Series M-Lock handguard, and the A2 flash hider. So if you're looking for other options or finishes, there's various other options, lengths, stuff like that. If you're looking at it, I couldn't find any links to any other reviews yet. It's pretty new. Price point, these things are $349.99. That's MSRP pretty much. It's Primary Arms, so they always have sales. So you can probably find it on a sale if you wait a couple weeks. So if you need it or want it now, Primary Arms is the only place you can get it. So for our rating, the pros, I put down the nitride barrel, the T-marked upper, the M-Lock handguard, the full top rail, and it is very accurate. Only real cons I could find with it is it doesn't come with the bolt carry group or charging handle. Be nice if they just made an option for it, and so you didn't have to do the drop down thing. So for the score, I gave it 8.5, which was great. Like I said, it's a quick review because it's an upper, just kind of telling you a little bit about it and my thoughts. So there you go. You guys got any questions on it, or?
I guess the only comment I'll make is that 350 is without the bolt
Yes.
carrier group or the charging handle. So, and they have two of them. One of them's like $120, and the other one's like $370
for the bolt carrier group drop downs.
Yeah. And one of them's almost the price of the freaking upper.
And that's the thing is we all know with bolt carrier groups, those are just the options you give you. But Primary Arms sells tons of bolt carrier groups. You can get some other option. I mean, they run them on sales, so basically add another $100 for BCG and charging handle, and you're good to go. Tony?
Yeah, my question is this, because I'm looking at them, right?
Okay.
What quality level do you put these at? Is it Palmetto State? Is it Arrow Precision? Is it BCM? Is it Daniel Defense? Like where do you put?
I would put it.
Quality level.
It's above PSA. It is probably not. Daniel Defense. It's quality wise. It's about Arrow Precision. Quality wise.
Yeah. I was just wondering because I've been looking at it and checking it out, and I'm like, well, which is it? Like what level? Because we have Bear Creek Arsenal.
Right. Then you have PSA.
PSA. I mean, there are other people in this category, but these are the ones I've actually physically had my hands on. Bear Creek Arsenal, PSA, Arrow, BCM, and Daniel Defense. These are ones I've actually pew-pewed.
Right.
And you can see a difference. It's just how much does that difference really make and how you use the gun. Right.
And with this one, you can see it. It's also a deep, dark, anodized black. It's a good looking upper. Now, I would say, yeah, like I said, Arrow Precision quality, but it's more of a slimmed down version, more of a base model Arrow, so to speak. Okay. Quality's there, but of course the handguard's nothing special, but it's a very useful handguard.
Yeah, and definitely, I mean, I think a smart move is if you're going to put together a rifle in parts, especially going through somewhere like Primary Arms, they give you a whole bunch of choice. They give you 20% off when you sign up to the freaking email. I
Right.
think.
So there's $70 off the upper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can buy like a really like top of the line bulk carrier group and get 20% off of that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, I think it's a good deal all around.
Yeah,
I don't.
especially your blind old butt was able to shoot 3/4 inch group.
Well, and
Well, it's
almost
only 5 yards, though.
no, that was at 100, and it gets even better. And I didn't put that in the review, but I have an old 3-9 Nikon scope, right? The ones that come on the combos.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I shot it with.
Dang.
Because it's in an AR mount, because I have an AR mount that's for a 1-inch tube, and I was like, so I just leave that scope in that tube, and that way I can put it on an AR, check accuracy for the most part. And yeah, so I shot that group with my old eyes and a 3-9 scope.
You shot it with your old eyes and pretty much a baseline basic scope that comes with in combo deal with like
Yeah, we're
Axis.
yeah we're talking $100 scope here at the most.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So that was the Expo Arms Patrol Series review. So now, I guess we can get into something that won't fit on this rifle, but some of their products will. This particular rifle that I put it on does not have VZ grips on it, but it could. So you can get VZ grips. They have been manufacturing handgun grips since 2003. I don't know about the rifle grips, but hey, give them a break. They make them. With a reputation for quality, consistency, and innovation, top-tier manufacturers choose VZ grips. They come on a variety of styles, patterns, colors, and are manufactured from proprietary G10, micarta, or carbon fiber. Available with varying degrees of texture, from basically smooth to kill your hand, VZ offers a wide range of grips for all different firearms types. Made in the USA, VZ Grips offers more than just handgun grips. Now, our featured grip of the week this week is their Smooth Wood 1911 grips. So see, not just G10 or micarta or carbon fiber. These are wood grips. So if you want something basically with no texture on them and wood, these are the ones you would want to get. And they're pretty. Not my style, but if that's what you're looking for, they have them. You can check out VZ Grips at vzgrips.com and use the code GGR15 and you will get 15% off those grips. So, product spotlight and discussion. First up, Tandem Cross has released their Taurus TX22 race gun. MSRP on this is $1,099.99. Right now they're $999.99, but who knows if that's a sale or that's kind of what they're going to be. And essentially this is they call it tandemized because that's what they call all their accessory parts. It's their Taurus 22 competition gun modified with all their parts except for one, which is somebody else's we'll talk about in a second. So not only do you get the gun itself, but you get it with all of these other parts that are theirs. And I'll go through them. It comes with all of these are Tandem Cross parts. Their accelerator thumb ledge, the Eagle Eye fiber optic sight set, the Game Changer squared compensator, the Halo charging ring, the Titan extended mag release, the Victory trigger, their Wingman +5 magazine bumpers. It comes with 3 of those. Tandem Cross pistol bag, 3 10-round factory magazines, the cable lock from Taurus, and it also comes with a Swamp Fox Optics Justice red dot on it. So with all of that, you get a 22 caliber pistol race gun, optics, and if you know about the Taurus TX22, the optics don't move. Just the slides cut away and the optics mount directly to the barrel, which is a nice touch. Everything else on this like I have one of I have one of their triggers for a 10-22. It's really nice. I have one of their comps for a 22-45 pistol. It works well. And like Tony was saying before the show, the TX-22 is super light. So even adding all this stuff, it doesn't really weigh that much, which could be a plus, could not be. Didn't you say something about being able to get 16 round magazines for the TX-22 also, Tony?
Yeah, with the plus
5.
Oh yeah. With the +5, you can get 21 round. Because doesn't it have a 16 round magazine?
This one comes with 3 10-round factory mags, and I think they did that just so they could send it to all the states.
Yeah, because it comes with 16. The regular one comes with 16 rounds.
Right.
So yeah, you could have 21 round magazines with these puppies.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, which is really cool, especially if you're shooting certain 22 steel matches or something.
Yeah, I don't know if they don't have a box, right? They don't have a box that the gun has to fit in for these?
No, it's like if you're shooting steel challenge, I believe it's either limited or open. And pretty much once you put a comp or an optic on it, it becomes an open gun. But they do have a 22 open class, so to speak.
Yeah, so I was looking at all the tandemized parts, right? Yo, dude, it's hilarious. As I'm looking at this, I'm like, well, I know if I ever come up with a comic book and I need superhero names, I'll just contact Tandem Cross because they got the Accelerator, Eagle Eye, Game Changer, Halo, Titan, Victory, Wingman. Even the pistol bag is called a Tandem Case. It's a freaking Justice Leagues of the 22s.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, dude, I started reading everything and going through it before I started looking up videos, just to check the parts out, and I just started laughing. I'm like, this is when your ad guy or whoever you pick to name products marketing department just went bat crap crazy because they got to list all the stuff they made up in one spot. And as I was saying before the show, some of this stuff is, because I was looking at it, right, because some is actually made for the competition race gun, but Tandem Cross makes a lot of parts for 22s. So even if you want to upgrade your regular 22 with some sights, or like with this one, they have like supposedly a better firing pin. And like some of their parts are actually better because of the high number of 22 rounds these competition guns go through. So there might be a good addition to your regular 22 because you think you shoot a lot. These competition people, they shoot. Yeah, they shoot crazy amounts of 22.
Well, and with this,
that's why they're all sponsored, because they can't afford to buy it other ways.
Well, they can still afford to buy 22. That's why everybody shoots 22s except crazy people like Zane.
Yeah, right. Trigger time is trigger time, dude. And if you can dump a bunch of rounds to a 22 version, truthfully, trigger time is trigger time. Just start working it. Sight alignment, sight picture, trigger squeeze are all the same, regardless of what firearm you're using.
Yeah. That they are. Rob, you got anything on this besides the superhero names?
It's a Taurus pistol. I just wonder, you put all this stuff on there, are you doing more than putting lipstick on a pig?
With what Tony was saying, that there's a good chance that you are. And I've heard, and now that they've been out a little while, I've heard good things about the TX-22s. Unlike...
Yeah, even today, a comparison video came out from Mr. Guns and Gear between the Taurus and the SIG P322. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, so he was running those two and against each other. Again, this Taurus, man, has a really good reputation.
Because I've had bad luck with Taurus so far.
I totally understand, and we've said it on this show, man. Their QC is questionable, and their customer service has never been great.
Yeah.
So let's not paint it, but this is Tandem Cross. This is their whole gun that you get from them. Now, I still find it questionable that I'd pay $999 for a Taurus because it's still a Taurus.
Right.
I guess the question I'd ask is, well, if stuff on there, if something goes wrong with it, would you ship it back to Tandem or would you ship it to Taurus? I'm guessing Tandem.
That would be my guess,
too. Tandem.
Yeah. That would be my guess. So
And Tandem is here in America, and also the parts are American made, and
Right.
this thing is set up. Oh, by the way, they run this in the factory. They actually shoot this at the factory before they send it.
well, that's good to know. So that was the tandemized Taurus TX22 by Tandem Cross. Next up, we have more 22 stuff. It's the Hera Arms H22 chassis. MSRP on these is, I don't know what the MSRP is, but like Midway and other places sell them for $159. So that's what we're calling the MSRP. Because of course Hera Arms is not in the US. They list it as euros or some weird thing. But this is their 1022 stock or chassis, depending on what you want to say it is. I'd say it's chassis because it's an impact modified polymer, as they sell, but it's got aluminum V block and aluminum forend to help with the stability of the actual chassis. You can get it in black, tan, or OD. They don't really have too much information on this. I mean, they do kind of, because they give you a product spec sheet that you have to click on, because of course, why wouldn't it be in your, actual web page? And then because it's me, you have to wait for this thing to load. And while you're loading, here we go. Oh, look. Yeah, I'm still waiting. But either way, it's got an adjustable cheek piece on it. I don't know. It looks like it has spacers for the length of pull. It's got M-lock slots on the front, of course, as it kind of should. But, it's one of those things. I'm still looking. Let's see. Article numbers, pictures. They really don't tell us much more than I already explained. So, it's kind of...
Yeah, I'm looking at their product spec sheet. It's in German, so if you can read German...
No, the last part is in English, but it's literally everything that's on the website. So the specifications, the materials is all the same. The weight, they don't have it. The coating, they don't have it. Platforms, all they have. Item numbers. But I threw it in here. I'm like, it's another option for a 1022 stock / chassis. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look super futuristic like a lot of the Hera Arms products. It's decent looking chassis, or stock, whatever you want to call it.
Can you use it to fight? Can you use it to fight aliens if you travel back in time?
I don't think so, and here's why. Because I think you'd have to lengthen the stock out and shorten the forend.
And if you have no idea what we're talking about, then you missed one of the funniest things in the gun industry. What was the name of that? What was the name of that show?
Tomorrow's War, was that it?
Yeah, Tomorrow War.
Yeah. So
and, the main character had on Hera Arms foregrip on. It was just corny.
It was an AR, but it was like a short barreled AR, but like the full length Hera stock on it, and yeah, you get the idea. This thing does have sling studs for QDs. I can see them in the picture. So there you go. That's the Hera H22 1022 stock.
Yeah, I was checking out their video, even though it was in German, and it got on my nerves, so I had to turn it off. And the guys are funny. It is really worth it. I don't know if they were trying to be funny or not, but if you go to the Hera Arms YouTube channel and watch the video for this, my man has the most extreme C-clamp you've ever seen on a 1022. He's running in and he has his hand almost all the way to the muzzle, and I swear his left elbow is pointing to the sky. That's how harsh that C-clamp was. Like, he could not see over to the left because his head was that buried, and his C-clamp was almost over the barrel. I'm like, is he joking? Please tell me he's joking. Please.
So what you're saying is the teeny bit of German that I know will not make it funny.
I don't know. I was laughing. I don't speak a word of German except maybe to order food.
Yeah, you can count. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could do that too. Eins, zwei, drei. There, I'm done. Okay, so
Only words I know is some foods and how to sing along with what is that?
du
Du
hast.
hast. Du hast nicht. Firefly.
Well, hopefully they won't get mad when we call this show du hast.
Nice.
So that was the Hera H22 chassis. Next up is the SIG. This has been out a little while, but it's the 365 Spectre Comp Slide Assembly. Not 320, 365. MSRP is $499.99. So you can pretty much guess what this is. This is the 365X 3.1 inch 9 millimeter. It has an integrated comp in the slide itself, so you don't have to add that extra comp to it. So you can put it on your 365 frame or your 365 XL frame, depending on what you want to do. It also is cut so you can mount optics to it, the Romeo Zero Elite, as well as the anything with the RMS C or 507K cut. Looks like they have it in black. You know, it doesn't really say much, but it will fit XL holsters. So if you're looking for something different for your 365 carry gun, this might be exactly what you're looking for. You know, I thought it was cool, but, you know, I just won a comp for my Glock 43 and I put it on there, and yeah, it helps with shooting it, but I'm like, now it's longer, and I'm like, do I really want the comp on there? So this is built in. There you go. Tony, Rob, tell us all about this.
For $500? I don't know.
Yep, that's okay.
Sorry.
How much did you pay for that 365? $550?
Yeah, no, another $500. I don't know.
Yeah, I think yeah, Tony.
That should come with the 365X. I mean,
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Tony, you got anything?
Yeah. I hope it comes with flavored crack, the same crack these people are on when they price this
it?
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, y'all insane, man. Just stop.
Well, and
I mean, pay what you want. Pay what you want. Do what you want. We're in a golden age of firearms. I've said it before. And if you want to build a really, really expensive small gun, do it. But the big deal about the piece 365 was its size and its price.
yeah,
You know? And when you start adding this on, how's this? Buy a second P365 first.
well, buy a 365 and then buy a 365 XL, so you have both.
Yeah. I'm like, get more than one gun out of it and then do your thing. If it's going to be a carry gun, if you just want to build it and put them together and have really cool guns, then do that, because everybody doesn't buy guns for the same reason.
Right.
So if you want to pimp your thing out, pimp your thing out. But I'm like, if you're only carrying this as protection, as your self-defense gun, as your EDC, man, maybe get a second one or something.
Yes, for that price, especially when you can get, sorry, SIG, other manufacturers' slides
that's what I was going to say.
that are
Yeah,
way less
I
price.
mistakenly didn't look up alternatives. I didn't look up alternatives like I usually do.
You don't need to. There's lots of them out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you can even get ones with built-in comps. So there you go. You know, hey, you know, sometimes I don't expect this to last too long, but you never know. Like you said, there's people that like to pimp out the little guns. So, hey.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, did you guys hear about the SIG experience? They opened up that whole giant showroom, show place at SIG's headquarters.
Yeah, I heard something about it.
Yeah, there's a couple of videos online from guns.com and a couple others if you want to go check it out. I thought it was interesting. They just built a whole like showroom SIG centric, including a range.
Yep.
That's up in New Hampshire, right?
Yeah.
In New Hampshire, yeah.
Okay, so if
At
I'm
the
ever
SIG Academy.
Yeah, so there's a reason to go up to New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take some of their classes, but like they have a whole thing. They have a wall with every SIG P365.
Right, and every
like all their
320
SKU numbers.
and, yeah.
And all their 320. So I thought that was pretty cool that you can go somewhere and see all of them. You know?
Right. And that's the thing, isn't it's an experience. I mean, if I was close by to where it was at, I would go to it just to see it. I mean,
Yeah, I had friends that actually went up there. I mean, I'm busy doing this thing, purchasing a home or trying to find one. So I couldn't really justify taking an entire day on a weekend to go up and check this thing out. Plus, it was packed.
oh, I bet
Everybody was there.
it would be better to go now or 3 weeks from now when it's not packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just take a day off during the week, roll up on the Thursday.
Yeah, no kidding. When nobody's there.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the SIG Experience 365 Spectre Comp, all that stuff. So next up, this is from Grove Tech. It's their Tri-Base QD mount. MSRP on these is $56. The reason I put it in the show notes was they actually sent me one, and I actually thought it was pretty cool for certain applications. So I'll explain what this is. It is a Tri-QD base mount that goes on your buffer tube up by the receiver. It fits mil-spec buffer tubes. It's QD mounts go in it, black anodized. You basically just unscrew the screws, set it on there, screw it on, and you now have a place to mount your QD sling. I actually have it mounted on the same gun that Primary Arms Expo Arms upper is on. You probably can't see it very good on the camera, but it's back here. It adds a little bit of distance, but you can take, your sling and put it in, and just click it in left side, right side, or down low. And if you have like some sort of like pistol brace that doesn't have a QD attachment point, or don't want to take your rifle apart to put one on your actually buffer plate, something like that, this could be a great option. I know before the show, Rob was asking me how like a sling works tactically with it being mounted right behind at the front of the buffer tube, right behind the receiver. And I said, I've used them that way. I have one that is that way only, and it works fine. I said, you can cinch the sling down, and you can cinch the rifle up higher. So if you have to do certain things, it allows you to cinch the buttstock of the rifle up higher. But other than that, it works fine for me. So I guess it's just kind of each person. But I thought it was a cool little piece of equipment made in America, so.
Yeah.
Rob, Tony?
That was one thing I was thinking while you're talking, is I wonder if that would fit on the solid buffer tubes they use for the AR pistols.
I don't think so, unless they're a mil-spec, because some of them use a mil-spec buffer tube and others use the larger. But I know on one of mine, I should try it on that. That has a pistol brace. It's got a pistol buffer tube, but then it necks down where it screws in. So I think it would still work on some of those.
I think a lot of those are a little wider in diameter, so you can't put a stock over it even to make it a short barrel rifle.
Right, exactly. But like I said, the ones I have cut down a couple inches before they go into the buffer tube. So, Tony?
No, I was just checking it out. I mean, how much did it weigh again?
Oh, geez, I don't know. It probably weighs an ounce, maybe. It's super light.
No, okay. So, no, I was wondering, was it heavy? Was it light? Because sometimes, accessories like a Law Tactical folder weighs way more than you think it would.
Oh, yeah. This is just literally, it's aluminum so it's not going to weigh much because it's, 3/8 of an inch thick by however, so.
Yeah, cool. No, I checked it out and I was like, depends on how much it weighs. I mean, it's a little expensive, but isn't it like an American-made product?
It is. They're actually in Oregon, I don't know, 40 miles away from me or something.
I mean, I 100% know I probably wouldn't spend $56, I thought it was.
Yeah, that's MSRP on them.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend $56 on it because I really don't have a need to continually swap what side my sling is on. I mean,
right.
Cool niche product, but I'm like, dude, I started out with an M16A2.
with
you-
with a sling you adjusted once and hoped it worked for everything.
Yeah, and guess what? It kind of did. It was sloppy. There are better things out now, so I'm not saying it was the pinnacle of anything, but $56 for just that one part was no.
Yeah. Hey, and like I said, I know it's not for everybody, but they did send me one, and I thought it's cool if you need one, or for that application. They sent some other stuff too. In fact, they sent me one of their just quick adjust 2-point slings, and even though it's an inch wide, it's super soft.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like I like pulled it out of the box, and I was like, "Oh, this is nice." It's not like stiff or anything like a lot of the others. And I'm like, "Huh, it's not padded or anything. It's still, this 1 inch wide, but it's way more comfortable than some of the others I have." So, and it's American made too, but that's neither here nor there. So, that was the Grove Tech Tri-Base QD mount. Next up, Hogue has introduced a new knife. It's a fixed blade. It's the X-Track, and it is $189.95. The one in the show notes is orange. It's in their hunting line. It's a 3.3 inch clip point blade, hunter orange finish, as we said. It is a CPM M4 steel frame and knife, of course. Overall length is 7.375 inches. It weighs a whole 1.9 ounces. It is a clip point blade. Thickness is 0.094 inches. Hardness is 62 to 64 Rockwell C. They cryogenically heat treat the blade to give it some more strength. It's got a hand-honed edge. It's got solid black G10 scales, with some, they call it a peel ply texture. Looks like a lanyard hole. It does include a nylon blade guard, not a sheath, but just kind of a blade guard. Like if you think kitchen knife blade guard, that's kind of what you're getting here, as you can see. But essentially, it's a hunting knife. Used for that. I could see a lot of uses. They make it not in hunter orange also, same price. The CPM M4 is, I think, one of the new like ultra durable, ultra tough steel blades. So the price is right in line with what you're getting for the blade steel. Other than that, all the Hogue knives I've seen, I've liked, but here's another one for you. It's, 3.3 inch blade, pretty useful for hunting, processing game, stuff like that. Rob, Tony, what do you got?
For 190, I don't know. That's a guaranteed lose it as soon as I go in the woods.
Well, yeah, that's probably true with Rob, but yeah, I looked at the price and at first I was like, well, it's got the M4 stainless steel blade. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see the prices there where it's supposed to be. It's not super long. Yeah, so
I don't know. I found some questions about it. One, it's not super long, but it's super thin.
yes.
It's super thin.
Yes.
And my question arises not from the blade steel, but how does that thing feel when you're trying to freaking process some game? Like does it have a lot of hot spots and sharp edges because of the thinness? Because when you add how thin it is and how light it
Right.
is it comfortable to use if you're doing something like processing deer or a boar,
Right.
or something that's going to take some time?
Yeah, and I get that because, if it's got a thin, grabbing it and processing meat with it, or, maybe it works well enough that, because a lot of times you're processing meat or something, you're not holding the knife like you would think. You're not holding it like with fist grip. You're more gently cutting with the blade. So, in that case it might be good, but yeah, that's a good point. No pun intended.
Again, yeah, no, I like that. Like, I haven't done this stuff, but I've watched enough of it that I'm like, all right, so when I'm trying to work through something, when I'm trying to work through a joint, like, do you use this? Do you use a saw? Or is this just for skinning and caping? I think that's the word you use, right? Caping something.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
That's kind of what I thought, but I was like, I like it for what it is. But yeah, like
it's got it has neck knife weight.
Yeah.
But it's like 7 inches.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So, hey, if it's great, it's great, man. Now the Cerakote finish should be enable you to use it in blood and not have to worry about it rusting if you don't really clean it off great
right
out in the field.
Right. And that's the thing is, and I think that because it's intended as a hunting knife, I think the Hunter Orange Cerakote was kind of a nice addition because, you know, it gives it the orange. And for Rob's sake, the orange would help him because when he does drop it, he can still see it.
He can still see it when he drops it.
Exactly. So that was the Hogue extract knife. Doesn't look like we have any listener feedback, so I guess that means Tony can tell you when the next time is that you can go shoot awesome guns at wherever he's having his diversity shoot.
Shoot awesome gun. You can shoot awesome guns at the diversity shoot on July 28th at Union Hill Gun Club in Monroe, New Jersey. That's right. The Union Hill Gun Club is where the next diversity shoot will be, and it'll be on the 28th. So I hope to see you guys there. Awesome range in Monroe. Good people. We're going to have freedom, fun, and pizza, and also some cool prizes. New Jersey Concealment Furniture came through. If you saw my pictures, I'm going to make a reel of the last diversity shoot, but they made a really cool piece of artwork that hangs on your wall with an American eagle, American flag flying behind it while it's holding a AR-15 with EOTech in its talons. And he gave that away. It's pretty freaking cool. I was trying to rig the contest so I could win it, but I think people would have been a little suspicious. So I didn't do it.
A little?
Yeah, a little suspicious. Hey, look at here. I won. So
hey,
come to the diversity shoot. What's up?
If anybody wants to win a contest, I would want to win the one from Nutrient Survival and We Like Shooting for that staccato. So just say it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I don't think I'm eligible. And even if I did win it, I wouldn't feel right. So I didn't sign up.
I'd feel wonderful.
Yeah.
I'd get that sucker and I would raffle it off myself. I wouldn't even shoot it. I could give 2 hoots, man. If I can get $2,000 out of that.
You'd probably get more than that.
Diversity shoots? Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, if I could just get the price of the gun out of it, you know how much stuff I could fund?
There you go. Okay, you can continue on now, Tony.
Next diversity shoot, dude. 28th, and it's going to be at the Union Hill Gun Club. And if you want to support our work, you can go to diversityshoot.com. If you want to follow me on Instagram, as Simon Says Train. Follow us on Facebook at The Second Is For Everyone. And also Second For Everyone on Twitter with the number 2. Second For Everyone is our thing on Twitter. And we're doing pretty well over there. You know, for an old dude that just talks about Second Amendment rights, I have 5,600 followers on Twitter.
Woo, what a deal.
Not horrible. Doesn't make me a dime.
That's right.
That's why I keep it in check. I'm like, yeah, great. Bunch of followers.
Uh-huh. That's right. Until they start giving you money, it doesn't mean anything, right?
Doesn't mean anything.
Yes. So now you can send questions, comments, or feedback to us at gungearreview@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us an iTunes review. You can check out all the other great shows on the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.net. Don't forget to visit the Firearms Insider at firearmsinsider.tv for essentially links to all the stuff we talk about, including the reviews and various other things. You can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Firearms Insider. And as always, thank you for listening to the largest pound for pound podcast on the network. And we are out.
Bing didn't kill himself.